Good morning. You're in the back room with Becky. It's a marvelous Monday, and as promised, it's time for the review of last night's Atlanta Housewives. You know, I just can't even fix my mouth to say the Real Housewives of Atlanta because it doesn't even seem applicable now. Uh, Last night was almost kind of like, I don't know if you've ever heard the expression, it's like moon madness. It's like, was the moon in the right place? Was something going on that we don't really know about? Because everybody seemed like they was like, miserable mentions for Monday. Who makes the list today? The whole cast. Everybody but the children. Okay? Only way you didn't get on this miserable mention is because you didn't have a big part of the show last night. Here we go. No, I got to go round up what happened at the baby shower. Now, the baby shower, in and of itself, was just over the top. Something was bound to happen. It was too dramatical. You were just asking for drama. You got all your different kinds of friends in here. And, attitudes was a little shaky going in the door. Because people was already having disagreements. Things were happening offset. A lot of these disagreements carried over after last season. And remember, these are real people. So, because they off camera don't mean the beef ain't still going on. Dee and Greg, in the process of separation, they're trying to unify a little bit just to make the youngest child comfortable. And we see how that works out tonight. The standard law of etiquette is that, when something happens and you really disturb somebody else's peace or you at a function like that, you have to conduct yourself that way. I was really upset with Phaedra last week for even going in and starting that conversation because if you come in and your husband is already pissed off at these people because these people said something to you and you may mention them, you gassing him up. Okay? That's why I said if Peter and Apollo had got into a fight and Apollo went to jail, I feel like whoever went to jail, the production, all the executive producers, you go down there and get them out that same day because you set them up. These experiments of social behavior get carried away. Nothing real about being in front of a camera for all your business. That we don't know how much ends up on the cutting floor that they just was like, oh no. And that shopping trip, I was like, Nene just turned into Miss Potty Mouth. But I think she was already on it. She didn't want to talk about none of the stuff that Candy wanted to talk about. For real. And Candy's a peacemaker. And we see what happened to the last little girl that tried to be a peacemaker. She wasn't on the show too much long. They like the conflict. I think they encourage them to act just as bad as you want to. So, we come in with Phaedra and Kim Zolciak. Now, I expected as a girlfriend you would go and apologize or make some attempt to call and say, that was out of hand. That should have never happened at your function. I do apologize. But now to just go to that place in your mind where it's like you going before the queen. But Phaedra is very diplomatic. Cynthia, I'm going to have to call you on your stuff. You and Peter were late for the event. You didn't bring a gift. You know that's the kind of party it was. And then you and your man, not you and your man, because that was Peter. Peter gets into it and makes a scene. And then y'all got to leave early. It was not about y'all. It wasn't supposed to be about y'all. But I guess that's how they wanted the story to play out. Like Peter said to Apollo, you seen me. You had several opportunities. I'm going to tell y'all what's happening. People are positioning themselves so that if this show go off the air, like some of them have, we'll get to that, then they want to know they're memorable. These are business people. They don't want to look stupid to their clients or to the rest of their community. But the money makes people do stupid things. Okay, so y'all are at this function. Now you done made a fool of yourself. Now you probably embarrassed to go to any more functions. And here we go again. Now they come. Now I don't think Phaedra had to go and apologize or bring a basket, but that's what she did, and that was appropriate. She was very diplomatic. She knew that she had to compliment Kim. I'm looking at Kim and I'm saying, with your three baby daddy, I'm for real, I gotta come to you like you the queen. I would have called this a girl, I'm so sorry. You know, Peter is an island man, or I would have said, oh girl, I'm so sorry. You know, Apollo is very passionate and he's sensitive right now because he did get stopped, but it ain't nobody's business. I'll tell you what happened when I see you. Don't go all into this. I was like, it just kind of made me a little bit sick. Because you the token white girl, don't forget it. Anybody that offend, you probably shouldn't be watching my show. Oh my God. Cynthia and Peter and Mal. You know, I had a problem with that at the wedding when they hid the wedding certificate in the marriage certificate. You, for real? The first thing me and my mother said is, did they forget about the reunion show? Did they forget that everybody would get to see this? So it was high drama, but for no good reason. Because now she's married to this man, and you all got bad blood. That's not good. That is not good. Don't make her choose. Because I got a feeling she get tired of y'all, and y'all might lose, and she'll just be with her husband and be like, I see you when I see you. Please don't need me for anything else. But Mal was wrong. She never did apologize. She just kept justifying. You know, let me just stop right here. Let's re-examine and revisit. You took some legal documents that were vital in your sister's happiness that day. Your sister was about to have a panic attack, but when you tell Peter the reason why you did what you did, because I was thinking about Cynthia. Bullshit. You weren't thinking about Cynthia. Y'all was thinking about how his actions was going to affect y'all's piece of the pie. Now there it is. Yo, mama, I ain't trying to play the doves, and I know how Southern girls are about their mothers. But mama, you was wrong for that. You were wrong as you could be. You had to think before y'all decided. You should have been telling your other daughter, this time went too far. Get that girl her wedding certificate and apologize. Mal never apologized. Things got heated. Peter just did what grown men do. He says, I'm going to just disagree, and it's going to take a while for them to work back into a good relationship. Because he said, I thought we was cool. So don't front with people. If you know you ain't approving of this person, don't get that close to them. Betrayal is betrayal. I don't care who's doing it. Oh, Peter, Cynthia, and Nene, that scene with them and the wine and stuff, and when she revealed, you know, because they gave you a teaser last week, and then they followed it up with them talking about an old boyfriend of Nene, so it led you to think that maybe Nene had a one-night stand with her old boyfriend. But that ain't what happened. She hooked up with her husband that night. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Nene don't strike me as the type of woman that in the middle of her, I was hoping she wouldn't, and if she does, then that's on her. But she wasn't going to do anything with anybody else and be on camera. She got boys. And she's very, very particular. I know y'all said, well, she was a stripper. You know what? Every sinner got a past. Every sinner got a future. Every saint got a past. So we have to look at it like this. It's like Phaedra's attitude about her husband. People ask how could she be married to an ex-offender, because he's an ex-offender. And as long as he's still not offended, we need to stop judging. Okay, so I said, you know, Cynthia and Nene are close for a reason. And, you know, they the only ones on there for real married. So I'm just saying, what the hell? That party. You know, because anything else that I cannot, that party, I was like, I'm going to tell y'all what I think. And here's the real deal. Remember when Phaedra was having the baby and they had all this drama about why she was dying or not knowing when her baby was due, and the other girls were trying to tell Candy that, oh no, you know, it's because her mother is a preacher. Girl, she ain't gonna tell the truth about that. She gonna keep that. So you befriend Phaedra. I'm watching you, Candy. See, everybody think Candy does sweetness and light, but she kind of like stirring up a little shit from time to time too. She's an entertainer. She got some dramatical ways about her. Did y'all forget her in the vagina monologue or the first book monologue? Okay, I'm just saying. When she did that on camera and Phaedra never checked her about, well, why would you go in behind my back and talk to them about my pregnancy when you knew it was already an issue for me? Because that's what women do when they gossiping. Idle minds is the devil workshop. Okay, now, when Phaedra decided to get this gift, she kind of had like a Cheshire cat smile when she said, I'm going to give the gift only nature can give. And I was like, y'all know Phaedra just a little bit freakish. Y'all didn't figure that? Yes, yes. You know, she might be a lady in the street, but she on the sheets, you know. So I knew that she had this guy that they talked about last season, ridiculous. That was ridiculous that they showed that on national TV. I know they didn't actually show a whole lot, but it was only, I know it was 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but it was 8 o'clock in the Midwest, and I was like, some teenagers watch this show. Some people like me watch the show with my mother. I'm glad I took a pass last night and let her watch her football. I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed for that girl. I was like, ooh, Phaedra, you wicked. You said, okay, you embarrassed me in front of my mama. I'm going to embarrass you in front of yours. But she took it to the next level, which is also the reason why she's a good attorney, because she don't have a problem being cunning and deceitful. Y'all better watch yourself around Phaedra. She'll be the one with a spinoff, and y'all will be sitting around looking crazy. Nene, get a hold of your attitude. Because the way you spin venom now, if you are a rich person, the same rule that applies for that bitch on Beverly Hills applies for you. I love you, Nene Leakes. But you need to stop talking about this is Prada, this is this and that and that. That's what let me know you acting like you ain't used to nothing. Don't do that. Now, being catty and then having your feelings so easily hurt, that's a weird dichotomy. Because if you a real bruiser, brawler, fighter, you can take some licks and it don't mean nothing. If you didn't care what them girls said, you wouldn't talk about them at all. You would do you and be gracious and grin in their face like they grinning in yours and keep cashing your checks. You gonna bring bad karma on yourself. That party was over the top, and her mother cut loose the cuss, and she was like, my mother don't even cuss like that. Yes, she did, because she was too fluent. Nothing she said sounded like it was out of context. She said that was up. I don't like that. You pissed your mother off and you embarrassed her on national TV. I think at some point you knew once he pulled his cape off that he was Mr. Ridiculous. You should have stopped it and said, wait, my mama is right here. Women in the South have etiquette about certain things, and that was not cool. Like her mama kept saying, that was not cool. You try to make it look like your mama's offered to everything, like you offered to everything, and it's not like that. Phaedra knew what she was doing, and she could have said, we need to have the mom in another part of the venue, or we need to ask, we're going to do some adult entertainment, and if you would like to leave, you can do so. You did what was nasty and mean and hateful. Somebody going to get you for that. So, Phaedra, I'm looking for karma to turn around and bite you on the ass. This is all I can do for right now. You've been in the back room with Becky, the review of the Atlanta Housewives. I mean, they was getting real because it's really reality when the camera's in your face 24/7. It's the kiss of death to relationships. Peace to the people.